You're impossibly fast and strong. You gotta give me some answers.
I'd rather hear your theories.
I have considered radioactive spiders and kryptonite.
It's all superhero stuff, right? What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
You know what you are. Your skin is pale white and ice cold. You don't go out into the sunlight.
Say it out loud. Say it.
Vampire.
Are you afraid?
No. This isn't real. This kind of stuff just doesn't exist.
It does in my world. So I just want to try one thing. Don't know how long I've waited for you.
What is going on?
Security guard at the mill got killed by some kind of animal.
An animal.
My family, we're different from others of our kind. You brought a snack.
What, nobody's coming after me?
The hunt is his obsession. He's never gonna stop.
I'd rather die than to stay away from you.
He's got unparalleled senses, absolutely lethal.
I'll do whatever it takes to make you safe again.
You're faster than the others. But not stronger. I'm strong enough to kill you.
You are my life now.
Hey guys, it's Chris,
It's Jack.
and we watched a movie.
The worst one.
Oh my god, dude, this is so bad.
Fuck me. We should have, honestly, you should have watched Scooby-Doo.
Bro, we should watch Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed.
Literally, the other day I tried to convince Chris to watch Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed instead of this, because I dreaded having to watch this. And now I feel like I'm on the path of where I'm going to have to watch all these movies and I'm going to kill myself. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
It only depends on if it gets recommended or based on ratings.
If it gets recommended, Ross, I swear.
Oh god. But yeah, so we decided to watch Twilight.
Kill me. Twilight. The first one.
Yes, the movie from 2008. Oh god. So quick synopsis: girl meets vampire boy. Vampire boy can't be with girl. Stuff happens. Movie ends. That's the synopsis. You've all seen Twilight, so
Everyone's seen Twilight.
Everyone knows
You know what this movie is.
exactly.
You know what it's about.
Someone who's senile, blind, and like 80 years old will be like, "You mean are you Edward or Team Jacob?" Like it's.
Now let me tell you, if you like this movie, you're incorrect. That is all it is. You have some weird, like, middle school viewing of this you remember where you and all your friends were like, "Oh my god, I love this movie," or you read the books or blah 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 blah. You're just wrong. Watch
Yes.
it now. It's trash.
It's so bad.
Oh my! I forgot how awkward it is.
It's so awkward.
It's so awkward. Like,
Dialogue is so cold and frigid. It made me want to watch Tenet. Like I was like.
Character 1, Character 2, Character 3. The amount of times the camera is on Bella or Edward, and it's just them moving their mouth from being slightly open to close a little to slightly closed to opening out a little bit more. It's half the movie.
Bro, dude, this movie could be called Staring and Breathing. Like, they'll just
Breathing
stare.
heavily. Oh my god.
Dude, this movie, oh god.
I forgot it's 2 hours long.
Bruh, exactly.
It's so long.
Exactly. I was like going through it too, and I was like, I paused it. I was like, how? How is this 2 hours?
I literally paused it. I was like, alright, I think I'm like halfway. It'd been 30 minutes. I was like, fuck me. How?
This movie delivers exposition so badly too. Where like you have multiple scenes of them in like the forest talking about stuff.
Well, I'd prefer them just talking in the forest than Edward running through the forest.
Just seeing his legs run over the ground.
Looks like a cartoon character. He looks like the Road 'n' Runner. He looks like the Road Runner.
He does.
God. 'Cause, like, the, 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 God.
Oh, God.
Why are all these vampires, why is their cover story they're all adopted by this doctor, but they're all dating? Why?
Dude, yeah, no.
You'd think someone would be like, I'm going to check into these people. They're very weird and interesting. I'm going to look into this.
Dude, this is the most suspicious family since the Mansons. Like, this is like, wait, so he adopts a bunch of random children and they all kind of sleep with each other. They all look very young. Like, dude, like, Carlisle looks like he's like, what, early 30s? Like,
yeah, like, what?
These kids are like 25. Like,
yeah, they're in high school.
yeah. But see, dude, they have the weirdest, because, like, that's always been my biggest question. They have one line in that movie where, like, Edward's like, oh, well, you see, because, like, Bella's like, isn't it weird to redo high school everywhere you go? And he's like, well, if we do high school again, we can stay where we are longer. And I'm like, or, I don't know, you can move to a small town where no one gives a fuck, like.
Yeah, move in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly, like.
And just hunt. There's so many places where no one lives.
Exactly.
That's like most of the world.
Exactly. Like,
God.
you really just need to avoid cameras. Who gives a shit if someone starts asking questions?
Yeah, seriously. Oh, God. I'll tell you, the only things I kind of enjoy about this are the shenanigans that Bella's other friend. I don't even know what to call them friends.
See, dude, as I was watching this, I remember that they're the best thing because Bella has a whole group of friends that are in a different movie than her. Like,
they're having their own, like, coming of age, like, high school comedy movie.
Exactly, like, they have all the classic characters, too. Like, and I love how Twilight's like, oh, yeah, this is all the standard characters. We're not touching that.
Yeah, we gave you these. Fuck them. We're moving away from that. We're going to vampires instead.
Like, you got the jock, you got the Asian kid, you have the nerd.
The Asian kid, a staple.
A black kid and a girl who's, like, popular and obsessed with the jock. You got the whole gang right there.
The gang's all here.
Exactly. And, dude, another thing, Twilight is, like, what, what's the word? Boring or, like, misunderstood girls like as the same to, like, nerds that like harem anime. Because that's what this is. Like, it's an incredibly boring, plain girl, but everyone's obsessed with her. And some guy's magical. Like, it's like.
I will tell you, I do like that line when, she finally gets to school and, everyone's obsessed with her. They're trying to make her, like, the front page of the news or something. And, she's like, oh, yeah, I'm from Arizona. And the kids are like, oh, damn, like, you're really fucking pale for Arizona. And she's like, yeah, that's why they kicked me out. And, they're like, and it's like, what? Why is that's not funny? Like,
dude, this is a plain, boring, misunderstood girl's wet dream. Because, you see, in this movie, everyone is obsessed with her. And she actually could be popular if she wanted to, but she doesn't. She doesn't hang out with them.
She doesn't hang out with them, but she's still popular.
Exactly.
She's still the most popular girl in school.
Dude, this is an angsty emo girl's, like, dream. Like, everybody wants you, but you don't want them. That's why you're alone. Like,
once again, if you like this movie, you either like it for all the wrong reasons, or you're a woman who watched this a long time ago, and you just can't see how terrible it is.
Yes. Or maybe you're someone who read the book, and maybe I've never touched that book, so maybe that book's good or something.
I've heard the book is actually good. Like, it's legitimately okay.
Yeah.
This, though, like, oh my god. I mean, not all books are created into good movies.
Dude,
but
exactly.
Like, this movie used to be compared to, like, the Harry Potter movies and shit. It was like,
yes.
It doesn't come close. Like,
no, those kids are phenomenal actors in those movies. Those movies are entertaining and enjoyable, have believable characters.
And, weirdly about Twilight, like, the conflict in it is very minimal.
Yes.
The conflict of the movie doesn't start until, like, the final third of the movie.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I guess is fine, like, in Harry Potter, like, there isn't, like, this like
overarching bad guy throughout the movie.
Right, like in the first one, like to start the franchise, but like it's so boring. Like I want to die watching it. Like
it is incredibly boring. It is the most boring thing on the planet, and it's only made more boring by this bland main character. This bland dude, and then also, I don't care who you are at me, Edward is problematic. This is me going lib. Like he is.
We've gone lib again. He is problematic.
So problematic. Like,
this man goes in through her window without her knowledge to watch her sleep every night before they started dating. And during. She didn't know it was during either. Like
exactly. And before that, dude, she's about to get
before that, he didn't know whether or not he's gonna eat her or not.
Dude, but she's about to get assaulted by like 4 guys in a different town. And he comes out of nowhere and his Volvo like soups her up.
It was a Volvo.
Exactly.
It wasn't a Honda.
Dude, yeah.
Thank goodness.
And then both times she asked him, and he's straight up, and he's honest. He's like, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Or like, I just like to watch you sleep. And then she just lets like, all right, that's fine. It's like,
that's awesome.
What are you talking?
I just follow you around wherever you go.
But we can't be together.
What?
Bella, I can't help myself. No, we can't be together. I'm sorry.
I don't think I can stop myself. I can't go into the frenzy.
Because in this... Oh, God, I hate how they do vampires in this world. Like a lot of things, vampires, sometimes they can't control themselves around blood. So that's why Edward doesn't want to be around her, because for some reason, he just doesn't feel like he can control himself. But then also, like, vampires in this, like... There's, like, no downside to being a vampire in this world. Like, you just can't...
Yeah, seriously.
Literally, like...
I mean, honestly, one of those things that vampires should have is if you go in the sunlight, you're supposed to burn. Like, that is, like, if you're going to get, like, super strength or something, there has to be, like, some kind of setback.
Gotta be drawbacks. There's no weak... Dude, there's no garlic, silver, like... Sunlight.
I wouldn't know. They never mention this. They never mention if, like, silver or garlic works, but, like, they go in the sunshine and,
they
like...
sparkle.
They sparkle. And they have, like, diamond scale skin. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh, my God.
This is what I look like. I'm a freak. She's like, oh, Edward, you look beautiful.
Well, you see, dude, because he's like, what if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the villain? Like, it's like, oh, God.
It's like...
Look at me. I'm a villain as I sparkle
as I sparkle in the sunshine. Big villain energy.
I bet there are a few emo girls that were turned off by this.
That's disgusting.
I would have liked
he
him
is a villain.
Burned. Yeah.
He looks like a fucking prep now.
Yeah. Because, dude, he's like... Edward is, like, also the perfect, like... angsty teenage girl like crush, like, he is like emo and angsty and good looking and like
popular
again.
But doesn't talk. He's a recluse.
He's somehow super popular, but again, he chooses not to hang out with other people.
He has every record ever made, and he knows how to play the piano. Like, yeah, this is the emo girl's wet dream. Like,
bro, when that dinner scene where they just dip to run through the woods again as he fly walks through the woods, and then and then they go and just play the piano somewhere. I don't know where they're playing the piano.
Yeah, where did they go? Don't you just love how he's climbing up the tree and, it's like, man, I wish I was watching Spider-Man right now.
Bro, I thought the same thing when he caught the apple. I was like,
bro, I forgot about this scene. That made me laugh my ass off, actually. That might be my favorite moment in the whole movie. It's 3 seconds of Bella dropping an apple, and Edward kicks it back up and catches it.
See, and
Tobey Maguire, eat your heart out.
Bro, exactly. I immediately thought about that Spider-Man scene where, he saves Mary Jane and, like, catches all of her food on her tray. Love that scene.
I do, too, but there's something just so shockingly funny about him kicking this apple.
Exactly,
catching it.
But they openly acknowledge that, because in the immediate next part, she's like, well, I've been putting together some theories. I think either you were bit by a radioactive spider, or, like, she said something else, which was another reference to a superhero movie.
She said something about, like, kryptonite or something.
Yeah, like kryptonite. So I was like, yep, you know what you're doing there. But yeah, because, like, Bella's trying to figure out what he is or whatever, and eventually she does. I straight up zoomed through this like montage scene of her looking at the cold ones. Like I was like, nope, I don't need your vampire montage.
I love how, she goes to school and then she sees him, disses him, walks right by him, goes straight to the woods so he can follow her so they can talk about how much of a vampire he is.
Well, you see, Jack, again, he is the perfect man because he can read her mind.
Except he can't read her mind.
Oh, wait, he cannot read her mind.
She's the only one he cannot read.
That is true. You got me there. I forgot, and that's what attracts him to her, is the fact that he can't read her mind. Again, a very creepy thing.
I love that also, where Bella's like, oh, like, can all of them read minds? And he's like, no, that's my thing. And he's like, and then my sister Alice can see the future sometimes, subjectively.
Yeah.
You can change the future if you want. I was like, oh, so she can be wrong. She can't see the future.
No.
She's really good at predicting about what's going to happen next.
She's got a good hint. It's like if you're like looking for something, you're like, she can give you a good 10-mile radius. Like
she has a good anticipation for what's going to happen.
She gets we see her ability. She gets images, not like words or anything. She gets flashes of images that come to her. Oh God, but yeah, dude, it's just like, it's something to I heard like a joke years later that's like, why is everyone so obsessed with Kristen Stewart when Anna Kendrick's right there?
Everyone in this movie is bad at acting. In this movie, except for, what's the popular girl's name?
The popular girl's name?
Yeah, she's in,
Kristen Stewart.
No, not Kristen Stewart. Anna Kendrick. She's a good actress.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what. So I just said Anna Kendrick. I said Kristen Stewart previously. That's what I was talking about. Remember?
Oh, my bad. She's the only good one.
No, he's like Anna Kendrick's phenomenal. It's one of those things. Where it's like.
I thought you said Anakin. I thought you said. Why is everyone talking about Kristen Stewart when Anakin is right there? And I was like, yeah, he's also a bad actor.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Fuck. But yeah, no, dude, exactly. Anna Kendrick's phenomenal. I didn't really recognize her till first movie I really noticed her in was Pitch Perfect because that's the first that she led in.
Good movie.
Exactly. Pitch Perfect. God, that's actually...
Guarantee every person who likes this movie unironically loves Pitch Perfect also.
Yes.
So they have good taste on that, but for some reason they like this. I don't get it.
Pitch Perfect's fun and enjoyable comedy. It's a good time all around. This is just boring and God.
Until they play baseball.
You gotta come play baseball with us. There's gonna be a storm. She's like, what?
You see, it's interesting because most people, regular people, if there's a storm, they don't play baseball.
Exactly.
But they're vampires, so they hit the ball really hard, and it sounds like thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning, feel the thunder.
Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck. Man, they really should have had AC/DC playing during this scene.
Couldn't afford it.
Damn it. What could they afford?
I think this movie made I know the New Moon made $709 million. So I'm sure this movie made a killing.
Oh yeah, these movies made so much money. Once again, I don't get it. I really don't.
Dude, exactly. They just this movie started the whole damn supernatural teenage sexy vampire werewolf thing for the past 10 years after 2008.
The only one series that I can think of that's worse are the Percy Jackson movies. Those are the only things I can think of off the top of my head that are worse than these movies.
I didn't read the Percy Jackson books, so I feel like that may be influencing you because I know he was way older.
I do love those books.
Exactly. I don't think those movies inherently are as bad as these.
The second one, for sure.
Oh, Sea of Monsters is just garbage.
Sea of Monsters is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. No, that one's just bad. But dude, come on, it started all that crap too with the Mortal Instruments. You ever see that?
No.
Terrible movie. The love triangle is between a guy, her best friend, who gets turned into a vampire, and a guy who's like half angel, who might be her brother.
Nice.
Disgusting. Read 2 of those books.
Produced in Alabama.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I just couldn't take it. Like, first book's like, oh, you realize he's your brother near the end. All right, second book, you're still trying to pull it. Actually, I did not finish the second book. As soon as I realized I was like, I can't deal with this whole maybe she's my sister, maybe she's not, but we are in love. No, this is...
I can't take this anymore. You're making me lose my marbles.
I was very close to the edge. But yeah, no, it started all that bull crap, like Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, True Blood. Wait, True Blood may have come out before this.
I think True Blood came out at like the exact same time or something.
Okay. But like, dude, there was so much bull crap that came out like because of this movie. And these movies, all of them made hundreds of millions of dollars on like low budgets.
People still love these movies to this day. Amazing considering, on IMDb, Twilight has a 5.3 on it. And that's high. That's very high considering what it is.
Bruh, with the first one, got like, I was checking it. It was like a 49% like on Rotten Tomatoes, and then like a 73% from like popular opinion. And I was like, Jesus, like, it's just one of the things like I like, for when it comes to supernatural crap or whatever, I'm just a sucker for werewolves. I am. I watched like all of Teen Wolf. I like Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf.
I also like Teen Wolf.
Well, exactly. I think Teen Wolf was pretty good. But like that's why I watched New Moon, because I was like, all right, maybe this will be better. I like werewolves. I kind of like Jacob. Awful.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you like werewolves or do you just like Jacob? You're Team Jacob, aren't you?
Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, what are you, Team Edward?
I'm Team neither anything that has to do with this.
Nice.
Fuck this.
I remember middle school when it was like, are you Team Jacob or Team Edward? And I was like, who?
What? Come on, Chris, give us an answer. I have no opinion on this.
I was looking around, I was like, I don't know an Edward. Jake's over there. It's like...
Yeah, I guess Jacob is better until fucking Breaking Dawn, where all of a sudden he's trying to bang Bella and Edward's baby or something.
Yeah, because he like imprints on her, but then it's okay because she ages really fast. No, it's
I don't care. This is that's weird.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get to that point. I don't remember it fully right now, and I hope I don't have to fully think about it again.
Jack, I thought this would be a good idea because a lot of people have seen this and it's a garbage movie. But watching it, as I was watching, I was like, I didn't know it was this bad. So, for going...
I tried so long and so hard to not watch these movies again. I was like, I know they're terrible. And watching it over again, I was like, I was right.
So bad.
Look at that. It's the worst 2 hours I could be spending. Like,
terrible. It is 2 hours. I was like, how can you make this 2 hours?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure the other movies are longer.
Bruh.
Jacob's not even hot in this one.
Dude,
there's no reason to watch this movie.
Exactly. Jacob's a non-character in this movie. He comes around to spout exposition. Like,
okay, so Edward and Bella are both like dead inside when they speak to each other, and they're emo teenagers, so it makes sense. What's even weirder about it is Bella's dad is the exact same fucking way. Has no emotion ever, even when Bella's just bullying him.
Mm-hmm. Bro, he's like barely put up a fight when she leaves. Like, when he's like, I could be different. Because, like, near the end of the movie or whatever, she's leaving because the vampire's after her. And she wants to, like, push her dad away so he doesn't come after her so it'll be safe and stuff. So she, like, says some mean stuff to him. And he's like, I could change. We could do some different things or whatever. I don't want to lose you. There's no passion at all. Like, it's not like...
Right. And, Bella is actually, acting her age. And, it was like, well, I don't want to end up just like Mom and being stuck here.
She's a teenager.
And, her dad just, looks the same as he did the entire rest of the movie. Like, his friend dies, he has the exact same look on his face.
He opens up a beer and he sits in his chair. It's a simple man.
He goes to the diner, gets his steak frites, Has the same face, always.
Yeah, dude. Always the same. And then there was something else. Oh my god, it's just... I just can't get over fucking... I would have rather watched, like, you know, the kids in the background, just whatever movie happened with them.
They are all so much more interesting.
Exactly. They actually make a pretty colorful cast of characters that they slowly push farther and farther out of these movies.
Yeah, isn't Anna Kendrick in, like, every one of these movies?
She somehow is. But that's only based on my information from last time I saw... Definitely they're all in the first two. And I think Anna Kendrick's in, like, Breaking Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Never watched Eclipse. Couldn't do it. I literally, it, like, popped up on a movie channel one day. And I looked at 5 minutes of it, and I was like, nah.
Nah, I can't do
It's
it.
like, And people, you should know, I have a weird fixation with finishing TV shows and movies. Where I will just finish...
This is true. You finish them regardless.
Exactly.
You like them. I don't understand this.
It's a weird closure thing. I don't know why. I just have to finish them. Even if it means me, like, speeding it up so it's over.
You're the ultimate finisher. Just like Sam Hell.
Something Mortal Kombat joke. I don't know. But yeah, it's just... They populate the screen time with just such boring characters. Hell... I'd say, like, Edward's siblings are a little bit more interesting than, like, him and Bella. Like, you know, I kind of like the, like, big, bulky guy. Forget his name. It's, like, Emmett or whatever.
Bro, I don't even remember him speaking during this movie.
He speaks a few times, and it's just him having a good time. He's one of the few people that smiles in this movie.
Yeah. And then... the one he's dating is all bitchy and everything. Breaks the salad bowl.
Well, yeah, she's like, why do we... Cause, like, when they're trying to save Bella, she's like, why should I help her? Like, I think Carlos has a really wild line where he's like, because she's with Edward, that makes her family. I was like,
what?
How long have they been dating? Like,
what amount of time has passed?
You've all been...
She got there in March. How much longer is the school year?
Exactly. Guys, you're all hundreds of years old, right? Like...
You'd think you'd be able to take it a little slower here.
We all have to risk our lives for Edward's new girlfriend. I don't know. I feel like I whisper like, have they even had sex? Because this is also something that...
They kissed that one time, and he was like, oh, if we keep going, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
In a non-sexual way.
Yes. Well, see, and that's another thing where, like, there's this movie is, like, a huge... analogy for, like, you know, vampirism and, like, teenage sex. It's all there. Like, you know, Edward is, like, really into this girl and he really wants to be with her, but he can't because afterwards it'll change her forever. And that's, like, his symbols, and that's why he's, like, breathing super deeply, staring at her. Literally, they do it, like, right there where, like, they're trying to make out and he can't do it. Like...
That's dumb.
Dude. This is a huge thing for abstinence. How can a teen movie be this massive and no one have sex? No one has sex in this movie until, I think, like, Breaking Dawn.
So you have to wear the purity rings because you're still selling sex to the little girls, huh? Fuck this movie.
It's so bad. Oh my god. It's just terrible. And I just... Oh, God.
Alright, so, the black dude in the movie, who is not the one with the dreads, the black human who's not, you know, the vampire.
Yes.
What the fuck is he doing in his van? Why is he speeding through the parking lot the way he is? Why is he doing this? At one point later, he's like, oh, I lost control. And it's like, ow! Like, why are you going 60 miles per hour in a parking lot?
Exactly. And on what?
Ugh.
Like, it's not raining. It's no ice. He just loses control.
What, did you forget how to lift your foot to the brake? Like, you're like, oh no, my foot, it's stuck on the accelerator.
Dude, another thing on, like, the first day, this is going back to, like, him and, like, Bella and stuff, like, the Asian guy, it's on Bella, he's like, yeah, I'll be here, you know, if you need, like, a lunch date or a shoulder to cry on. The jock, immediately, like, she hits him with a volleyball, he's all over her. Then the black guy kisses her on the cheek, steals the jock's chair, and runs away.
Honestly, you know, problematic, but I also think that's kind of a cute moment. I actually like that. Once again, they're the only people I enjoy in this movie because they actually have like personality. Like,
I don't know whether it was a choice or not by the director or the writer or whatever to have. I love that they added this. It's just so interesting that they like basically have the background of a normal like teen comedy in this very weird, uninteresting, boring, gray movie. Like.
It is so gray.
It's so great. It's great every scene. And then also these characters, it's funny because if you look at them too, those characters are the only ones that ever wear in color. It's like kids are the only kids that wear anything that's color on them.
Amazingly, they go to a greenhouse and it's still gray. I don't know how they did it.
Oh, God.
Also, you know, Edward stops this, you know, shows his vampiric powers out in the public. And then she's asking him questions about it, and he's like, ha! Like, no one's gonna believe you.
Yes, Edward gaslights her. I made a note of that.
He's just gaslighting the fuck out of her. It's like, there's this huge dent in this motherfucker's van, like...
No one ever checked this?
No one checked this! Why are people still not thorough in this?
Dude, the cops in this town have to be awful, because for one thing, there's been vampires and werewolves running around this town for who knows how long, but...
Small town things.
Dude, it's weird. And then, dude, at the beginning of the movie, another weird thing. After the first time Edward sees Bella, he leaves for a week. And he comes back and he's like, oh, I had to go on a trip. So this biology is just like, what?
It's so weird. You know, he has to leave because his murder boner towards her is just throbbing. He cannot stand it. He literally has to leave.
He had to go kill a few deer and then, like, come back, you know, like... Also, another scene when Bella's talking to Jacob about the Cullens or whatever, Jacob's like, yeah, so, like, apparently the Cullens are from, like, you know, a warring tribe or something back from, like, the 1800s. And as I'm hearing this, I'm like, the Cullens? All right.
The adopted family?
Exactly. It's like, you mean Carlisle? Or like, and then he's like, and then you see a scene of like all of like Jacob's tribe, whatever, and like, you know, wolf skins running with their wolves and stuff. And then you see the Cullens and like 1800s like form order running through the woods, hunting deer.
And he's like, oh, Bella. You know, that's like just a story, dude. Like,
Bella, calm down. What are you talking about?
Stop gaslighting her.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh,
I forgot how brutal the last scene. Well, the fight scene, the final fight. You know, when the conflict started and ended in 20 minutes, and
bro, like Edward showed up and it ended in like 2 minutes.
I forgot that he just stomped and broke her leg like that.
Vicious.
It's brutal.
He's a boring villain, but a very terrifying one in the fact that he could have killed her at any time, but he wants to record himself torturing her in order to rile up Edward so that he can fight him at his best. It's really messed up.
He's real Vegeta vibes here.
Hey. Oh, goodness.
I also love it. Edward's about to fucking murk this dude. And, like, his family comes up and he's like, Edward, this isn't you. Edward walks away. Alright. The other boys are gonna come over here and chop him up and burn him.
They rip him to shreds.
They're shreds.
They rip, like...
Alice comes up, jumps on him, and just snaps his neck off. Like,
they rip him apart and burn his body. And again, that's where I bring up this thing where it's like, it's not that bad to be a vampire if the only way to kill him is to rip him apart and burn him alive.
Oh, God.
If your weakness is something that could also just kill any person, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, God. But then also just focusing on those characters, like, because, like, those characters is, like, James, what the hell are those other Victoria and like Lauren or whatever, those other vampires.
The Black-Eyed Peas.
Here we go. Here we go.
You're so 2008, bro.
Oh wait, it's 2008. Oh.
This movie did come out in 2008.
It did. Oh, Jesus. But like, there's a weird scene where like, because throughout the movie, this group of 3 vampires have been like killing people and like eating them in the town or whatever. They're causing the animal attacks.
You know, doing vampire things.
Exactly, normal vampire stuff. Someone's got to do it in this town, right? But like, there's a weird scene where like they like lead the cops off east and like double back. But then right before it, you see like Victoria and James just start making out in the woods, and then like Lauren is just standing there watching, where it's just like, it's just like
he pulls out a little camera.
I was just like, I already knew you.
Why does it show his arm moving, but doesn't show lower on his body? Huh.
Oh, goodness.
I love how when they meet the vampires, they're all like, let's all play baseball. Like,
Bruh, wait.
So wholesome.
Wait, because Lauren's like, oh, we didn't know other people were here. We'll head out. But before that, you want to play some baseball? Like, I feel like Lauren legitimately is like, I've been stuck with these 2 freaks for so
I fucking hate these guys.
These people suck. Like,
will you please adopt me?
like they like, you know, I just like to eat people, man. They like torture them. Like, let's play some ball. Maybe we can connect. See, that's why, like, after all this event, like, he goes back to their place too. His opening pitch was like, hey, man, I know I don't look maybe young enough to be in high school, but like, I could still be around here, you know.
Let me stay, please.
Please.
Don't make me hang out with the mini boy.
One's psychotic and the other one's crazy. I just
You know the difference.
The dude, like, James, like, after, like, because they agree to play this baseball game or whatever with him, and, like, James gets, like, a whiff of Bella's hair and freaks out and tries to attack her. I see you brought a snack. And, like, goes out.
Great slow motion scene of her hair blowing also.
Yeah.
Great shot. These are just excellent.
Dude, great scene of them all, like, doing ninja stances and hissing at each other. Like, it reminded me of cats. Like,
reminded me of Naruto.
But yeah, and then, like, James after that is just like, they're like Edward rushes her off, and he's like, James is coming for you. And she's like, what? Why? It's like, he's a hunter. He's gonna come for you. It's like,
you know why.
And again, dude, it's just another example of everyone being obsessed with Kristen Stewart. Like,
why is everyone obsessed with her?
This man could hunt and kill anybody, but for some reason he has to kill the one girl protected by a coven of vampires. It's like,
and werewolves. Well, that's a different movie.
That's another movie, but hopefully we won't get to that.
You're gonna make me do it. I already know you're gonna make me do it.
Bro, you think I want to do another one of these movies?
This was your suggestion.
Yes, and I agree. I'll stand by that this was my suggestion. And as I watched it, I realized how awful of an idea this was.
Oh, God.
I will go back and watch Lair of the White Worm again.
Yeah, we watched Lair of the White Worm and we redo it.
New rating 5.
Man, every time I watch this movie, it just keeps getting better and better.
It's so much better, you know? It's like, these snake vampires shit on the Twilight vampires.
I mean, seriously. And every time I watch Twilight, it gets worse.
It's so much worse.
Oh, my God.
You believe me, you. I will not be recommending another one of these. Someone will have to pay us to do another one of these movies.
Like, I couldn't tell you why I disliked it so much when I was, like, 11. You know, if you would have asked me back then, I would have just been like, it's gay or something. I don't remember how I fucking talked back then.
Yeah.
But now, I can see it and I can have, what are we at, like, 45 minutes of me just bitching about how much I don't like this movie?
Hey, 56 minutes of us bitching.
Sorry, sir.
But yeah, no, dude, it's so bad. I mean, it just doesn't make sense there. And then, like, I understand he's, like, psycho, but, like, and he wants to kill Bella to rile up Edward for some reason. But, like, they could have done something to, like, establish conflict between those two or something.
Could have. Or something.
Like, oh, maybe this is someone you knew from the past. Like,
Also, his girlfriend, Victoria, is just, like, not there. Is that her name?
Yeah.
And why is she not there?
Exactly.
Aren't they, like, in it to win it
Yeah.
together or something? And
She's just not there.
What the hell? Why?
Bruh, exactly. Also, another big thing is that when he bites Bella, James bites Bella and poisons her, so she's going to turn. And Carlisle tells Edward that he needs to suck out the venom in order to stop her from turning. Why doesn't Carlisle do it?
Yeah, isn't he, like, the most restrained out of all of them? Isn't that
He's
his
turned
whole
all of
character?
them. Exactly. It's this whole thing. It's like...
He's the doctor.
Exactly.
Start being a vampire doctor.
Exactly. It's like, you could do this still, but maybe have Carlisle have to go finish off the other dude. Like, then that makes a reason for him not to be there to suck out the venom himself.
Maybe that was just his dad testing him.
You know, afterwards, if he failed, he'd been like, "It's okay, son. We all make these mistakes. Next time it'll be different." Bella,
You'll get him next time, son.
Well, we will have to get rid of the body. Luckily, we have a fire going.
What? You're just gonna waste all of his good meat? I gotta eat her first.
Carlisle's like, "All right, guys, just today, but tomorrow back to dinner."
Fuck me. Yeah, we're kind of like vegetarian vampires.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
But you see, it doesn't really quench the thirst.
It's like we're eating tofu all the time.
God damn it. God, this is such an awful movie.
Oh,
How do these
God.
movies make hundreds of millions of dollars?
Tweens.
Dude, this
Lonely moms.
This started two things. It started the supernatural boom and, like, supernatural teenage bullcrap, and also just YA novels. Like, this is what led to, like, Hunger Games, all the Divergent crap, and, like, Scorched Trials, and the Cement Walls. Like,
You know, I've only watched The Hunger Games. I never watched the rest of it.
I didn't either.
But you've seen The Hunger Games, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
I read the book and watched the movie. I've never touched any of the other parts of it.
I read the first book, and I tried to read Catching Fire, because I really loved the first book so much.
The first book's really good.
It's a really good book, dude. I read that thing. I got it from the West Lane Middle School Library. Read it in, like...
Shit, I think I did the same thing.
Right, exactly. Well, it's because, like, it's what, like, you know, I love movies.
That was one of those really in-demand books in the library back in the day.
Dude, it took... I got put on a waiting list, because I knew the movie was coming out in, like, 6 months. And I like, you know, I love movies, so, like, I usually like to compare them to the books.
Sure.
So I got the
Not
book.
Twilight, though.
No,
No.
hell no. This is one of those things that somebody, like, mentioned to me, and I had no, like, there are two things, because, you know me, that, like, threw me off in middle school. One was this whole Twilight thing. The other thing was when Drake was starting. Because people would be like, whoa, what's your favorite Drake song? And I was like, Drake from Drake and Josh?
Bro, that's still how I would respond. That time where he covered the Blues Brothers. Love that. You know he's like a predator now or something?
I heard he also, like, moved to Mexico or something.
I thought he was in jail.
Ah, maybe he's in jail.
In Mexico.
Mexican jail?
Frogtown.
Yes. No, yeah, I heard he
Drake goes to Frogtown.
They're like, Drake will let you go if you can impregnate some women. And he's like, how old do they have to be?
Max age, 16.
He's like,
That's really a shame that he's a scumbag now.
Oh, dude, yeah, I love Drake and Josh. And also after that, like, he voiced Spider-Man in a bunch of animated series and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so, like, I followed his career for a bit, so, yeah, that was disappointing.
I remember watching this motherfucker on the Amanda Show.
Bruh, exactly. I remember that shit,
Oh,
too.
way back.
Dude. Oh, God. Don't go down the rabbit hole, man. Welcome to Rewatching the Amanda Show.
Wow, this is really bad. It's one of those things, you know, I just want to keep the memory of me enjoying it. Never want to rewatch it. Maybe that's the same thing for Twilight.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought Twilight was, like, good, but, I thought it'd be so bad it'd be, like, funny. Because, like, the thing is, I feel like maybe, like, 2 years ago, the girls back at Purdue got me to watch, like, half of this. But then also I was drinking heavily. So I think that messed with me a little bit. Like,
it's one of, I was watching it, I was pretty much, like, groaning and, like, bitching to myself, damn near, like, fuck this, like, I hate this right now, like, this is terrible. The only part that legitimately made me laugh was when Edward kicked that fucking apple. My favorite part of the whole movie. It's, like, 3 seconds long.
that shit is hysterical. That's what I do. As soon as I saw that shit, too, I was like, oh, my God. Like,
it looks so silly.
It's incredibly silly. It's incredibly silly, and it makes no sense, and it's just so bad. And then also throughout this movie, Edward, like every 20 minutes, Edward's like, "You gotta stay away from me, Bella. I'm no good. I'm a bad guy. You'll get hurt." He does it literally till the end of the movie, like.
And he keeps putting himself by her.
Exactly.
You gotta stay away from me. He keeps showing up. You're making it really hard to avoid you.
Exactly. It's like, Edward, maybe you should also stop stalking her. It's one of those things, like, this movie also is a really good example of why I love You, is because, those, like, they'll have
You love me?
Yes, I love the Netflix show You.
I love you. I love lamp.
My God. God damn it.
Got you again.
I will. But, like, it's because, like, You shows a light on, like, all these, like, really weird tropes in, like, romantic movies where, like, the love interest shows up just in time when you need him or whatever. They're always around. It's because they're stalking you.
Yeah, it's because they're stalking you at all times. That's why the first season of You is so fucking good and funny and entertaining. Like,
exactly. It's like, oh, they know everything about you. They're stalking you. Like, it's like,
they're always there when you need them. That's because he's been following you around constantly. Like,
exactly. Like, they get you so much. Yeah, he knows everything about you. He's researched.
It's even easier for Edward. I mean, he's a vampire. He can, run like the Roadrunner.
Well, yeah, dude, because, like, she was thinking she was dreaming about him, but literally she'd see him and then he'd run away really quick.
That was funny, because at first I thought I'd messed that up. I was like, wait a second, like, maybe that was just a dream I was thinking of that happened to her. That's why he was in the room. And then he's in the room later, and I was like, oh, nope, he's just been in her room.
No, yeah. He just stares at her.
I don't sleep.
So creepy. So creepy. Oh, my God.
Like, what do you think we do? Like, sleep in, like, coffins?
Bro, why wouldn't you at least just have beds in your house? Jesus, this would be...
What if someone comes over?
Exactly. Like, if someone ever stops by, like... I mean, like, I guess you plan to never meet any normal people or have them over, because, like, they'd be like, oh, you don't have beds. That's weird.
And all of your children bang each other.
It's even weirder. Are you banging your children, too? Like, I'll be honest, there only looks like there's maybe, like, 6 to 8 years age difference between you guys and these kids.
Yeah, seriously, the dad doesn't even look like the oldest person there.
He doesn't. Like... Dude, well, the dad in this movie is played by this guy who's in a bunch of teen comedies in the late 90s, early 2000s. This movie came out in 2008.
Nice.
He's got to be at tops 35.
He's not ready for this role yet.
No, like... You can have an immortal vampire that looks like he's 40. Come on, like, he can still be good looking, too, but it's just weird that he's, like... I mean, like, luckily they do say, oh, adopted children or whatever, because, like, there's no way in hell they could be his biological children. But, weird. It's just, oh, God.
Should have gotten the English teacher from Easy A to play the dad. He would have actually fit.
Oh, dude. Love that guy. Loved him in George of the Jungle.
I hate this movie. I hope I never watch this movie ever again.
Oh, same. This was not a fun look back. It was terrible. It was not enjoyable. The scenes were bad. They seemed cold and uninteresting and boring.
This is the worst movie we've watched.
Yes, it is. It's by far the worst movie we've ever watched. It's just so astounding to me how garbage like this can make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Like, it's not even like a Sharknado thing where it's like, it's trying to be bad.
Yes.
And that's like the joke.
Exactly. It's not even a thing where it's being bad and it's just funny. Like,
Right.
it's just bad.
Like, Swordfish is actually entertaining.
Exactly. Like, there's a bunch of weird crap that's happening that makes it very funny to talk about and watch. Like, and I'll take exaggerated bad acting over, like, this bad, restrained acting that's happening. Like,
Oh, like, you know, they're just like teenagers. Teenagers are just, like, awkward. What? Like, watch any teen movie. They do not, like, act like this. Watch Superbad.
watch the kids in the background of this movie.
Yeah, seriously, like...
It's so weird that they have this background cast of characters that they don't use. It looks like they're having a much better... Like, as I'm watching these characters, every moment I'm like, I wish I was watching that movie right now. I'd rather be watching this movie that's happening to you
That
guys.
movie I'd actually enjoy, I'm pretty sure.
Dude,
I'm positive.
That movie would probably be like a fucking... somewhere between 4 to 6 on the scale. Like,
Instead, we're stuck with this garbage.
oh my god. Oh my god.
Way worse than Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I agree. Like, this was taxing to watch, honestly. Like, as I was watching, I was like, there were so many other things I could be doing. Like, this is... And then I got freaked out, too. And I looked at, like, because on Prime Video, where I watched this, it said 3 hours. And I was like...
What?
Where'd you watch this?
Prime Video.
Yeah.
It said 3 hours for you?
Yeah.
Why?
When'd you stop the movie? It should have said 3 hours for you, too.
3 hours?
Yeah.
You mean 2 hours?
No, the movie's 2 hours long, but there's 58 minutes or something of, like, bonus features and commentary.
Oh,
at the
no,
end.
I didn't see any of that.
That's fucking what I found on Prime Video, and I freaked the fuck out, because, like, it was like, I was an hour and 38 minutes in, and I paused it, and it was, like, 1 hour and 22 minutes. I was like, what the hell? Like, I zoomed to the end, I was like, oh, okay, this is, like, bonus features and bull crap. I was like, I thought, like, they had added deleted scenes in or something. I was like, no.
I cannot do the extended edition.
Hell no. I was like, if they...
I'll only do the extended edition for 3 movies, and they're all called Lord of the Rings.
God.
Let's go!
You know, if you want to hear me bitch for, like, 3 hours, we can watch one of those.
Bro, those movies are just good. You've never even really seen them.
I've seen all of them. I just can't remember them.
God. Any complaint you have, I'll fight you on them. That will be our longest podcast.
Chris and Jack argue over Lord of the Rings.
You see, Chris, you're just mad because you don't like Sauron and you don't think he's a good fleshed out villain.
So is he the pig-looking one, or the one
He's the eye! He's the eye, damn it!
Wait, no, he's the one that falls during the Twin Towers.
The 2 towers.
Gotcha.
And stop. You... I thought we agreed no more 9/11 jokes.
I don't recall this.
I just made it up right then and there.
We've only made 2 on previous podcasts, I'm pretty sure.
We didn't release those.
You're right, we've only made 1.
Very inappropriate making 9/11 jokes during talking about Scooby-Doo. Very inappropriate.
Dude, the first talk about Scooby-Doo Zombie Island was more inappropriate than when we talked about Scooby-Doo.
We should never release that.
Hell no. That will not come out, dude.
Now, if anyone in the audience can figure out how I made a joke about 9/11 watching Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, how those 2 things connect, I'll be impressed.
Oh god. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this.
Wouldn't recommend. 1 out of 10.
Would not either. 1 out of 10.
I hope I never watch it ever again.
Same. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Worst and least enjoyable.
Yeah.
Fun to yell about, though.
Oh, incredibly funny to yell about. Well, we had a lot of momentum as this began. Like, just all these things to yell about.
I was ready for this one. I was ready to go crazy.
You know, Jack, maybe one day we'll have the spin-off of, you know, the kids in the background of Twilight.
Best movie of all time.
Oh God, but yeah, so yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Go and rate the podcast on Spotify and Google Podcasts. It really helps us out. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok and stuff and everything and all that crap. Anything you want to add?
Nope. I wouldn't have added any of that either. I'm not a beggar, Chris.
You're not a beggar. I'll remember that.
I'm not a chooser either.
But anyway, guys, I'm Chris.
I'm Jack.
And we watch movies.
Yeah.
Besides this. Whatever.